So becoming okay with people missing out on you doesn't mean that you devalue the time you've spent or the work you've done or the things you've invested in. I think sometimes we fail to realize that there are people that aren't meant to be forever in our lives. Like, they're meant to be chapters. They're meant to be moments and things that we've lived through and been with, but they're not meant to be the whole book. And sometimes we get so caught up in the things that we've done that we think we deserve or we're mandated some type of reciprocity. And fully, if you're giving into something, yes, you should feel loved. You should get back what you're giving in. But it doesn't mean that these things have to be eternal. And I know that hurts to hear and that sucks, because sometimes we envision and we create this whole life with these people in our minds and we think that this is what's going to be. And the hard thing is that now you have to convince yourself that it's no longer going to be that. You have to get out of the habits or the patterns or the daily text or the things that you've fallen into to get away from this. But you have to learn to become okay with people not seeing the amazing person you are. Like, I know that hurts to hear, but you have to learn that some people can't see value while it's present. And it doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean that you're not of value. It doesn't even mean that they can't comprehend that, because they probably see that. They probably know. But for them, in the time frame that they're in, it's not suiting something that's going to serve their desires. And you have to learn to become okay with letting people miss out on you, letting people not have you in their life, letting people later realize how great you were, and then making sure that you never revert to coming back to this. Because we get so pent up on trying to be right, and I think sometimes our ego falls into it too, that we sometimes are so upset that this person didn't pick us because I'm this great, I'm good, I'm all these are things that they desire, but you're not the person that they desire it from. It's okay to let people move on. It's okay to not force things into the situation that doesn't need to be forced. And it's okay to sit here and analyze the things that could have been, but then be sure to realize that you're analyzing the things that are. I think for a lot of us, we just get so wrapped up in that the idea of not being with this particular person or in this particular situation breaks our heart more than it should. Again, you've painted the storyline, you've painted what it would look like, you painted what you would be in, but you have to be okay with it not happening. Because the truth is that sometimes things are just not going to work out. And the beauty of that is that if it doesn't work out here, that means there's opportunity for it to work out somewhere else. But this is the caveat here, that if you are so wrapped up with the thing that is not working, you don't give permission for the thing that is going to work to actually work. You are so wrapped up in this section of the thing that is killing you, that is draining you, that you won't go to the thing that's feeding you and fulfilling you, because you think that if you force this thing to work, if you try harder, if you give more, if you show up more, that eventually this thing is going to say, okay, you know what, you were right. And you miss out on the thing that wanted to pour into you, to give, to actually work with you and grow with you. But you were so focused on the bad. You didn't want to let it miss you. Or rather, you think that you were the one missing it. That you didn't give a chance for something good to happen. We have to get out of our own way. We have to allow ourselves to be missed. We have to allow people to fumble us. We have to allow people to just not realize the goodness that we are, so that people that will realize it, that will value it, can come into our lives. You are stopping the thing you deserve by fixating on the thing that doesn't deserve you. You have to allow people to miss out on you. And that sucks and it hurts. But this is the reality. You're going to keep spinning in circles in a place that's not feeding back into you. And you don't deserve that. No one deserves to come into something that seemingly is good, but is not feeding them, and pour completely themselves into it while they give you the bare minimum. They give you the breadcrumbs. They give you the little bit of water just so you don't die of thirst. But you don't deserve the bare minimum. You deserve this thing that's good for you. It's going to pour into you. It's going to love you. It's going to give everything you deserve and more. But until you don't let this bad thing miss out on you, you'll never have this.